Hey guys, welcome back to Author Journey. This is Cindy Anaya, and today I'm going to get a little personal with you guys. I've had a couple of questions sent to me about how I got involved in writing books, what inspired me to write, and what kind of got me glued into the indie publishing world. So I think that since I'm talking about author journeys, I do want to share about my journey and just how I got started, because I think everybody's story is super interesting and I want to hear about yours for sure. But if I'm going to hear about yours, then I need to share mine as well. And so my beginnings with writing actually happened when I was pretty young. I started writing just these little short stories for my friends probably when I was 13. And it had a lot to do with the fact that I didn't have a lot of money, but I was trying to give them a gift, essentially. So like for a birthday gift or a Christmas present, I didn't really have any money to get them anything, but I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I wrote like a romance story, about them and their latest crush. And I think I've kept a couple of them, one or two from high school even, and looking back on it, I can see how my writing was so very juvenile, but still there were like the beginnings of that creative mindset there. And then in high school, I was in those AP college courses for English and did a lot of essays, did a lot of reading and just, studying the technical writing aspects, and just found that there were so many hidden messages and so many meaningful works out there that inspired me on so many levels. I've actually written a post about this, about how books really influenced my thinking and made me want to write as well, because words are so powerful. I really started off loving mysteries. Nancy Drew mysteries specifically. That's when my love for reading began, and then writing. There was always an element of suspense in all those little romances. There was some kind of murder mystery or something for my friends, but it was nothing I ever took seriously. It was just always fun. I actually was a singer and a songwriter. And did some CDs and wrote some songs. Nothing like that got out professionally. It was just mainly for me to work through things that had happened in my life. So writing was a great outlet, emotionally. And I think that's how it is for a lot of writers. It's not necessarily a business in the beginning. It's just something you enjoy doing. And I was in a bookstore and I was actually signing my own CDs, because I do have people who have heard of me, shockingly enough, mainly just in the area where I was from. And people wanted some CDs of songs that I had written. And I was sitting there with a friend of mine who was an author, and I had read her books and hadn't really made the connection, just because I don't know why, but I hadn't made that connection that I had read these books and she had written them, probably because of the pen name issues. But she said, you could do this. You could write books. If you can write songs, you can write books. Now, obviously, writing songs and writing books is a little different, very different, but what she wanted to get across was, you're creative and you should do this. And so she invited me to join her writing group. And I did. That was probably, I don't even know, 5 years ago that I joined that group. And I realized that I had a story to tell, and that I had a message that I wanted to share. And I also realized that it was geared towards teens, which is why I write young adult fiction, predominantly young adult fiction. I have things that I want to share with teens. I just remember growing up was super difficult for me. I was bullied a lot. I didn't have a lot of self-esteem. There were just so many issues that I was dealing with. And I just, adolescence is so hard. It really is. It's so hard. And I wanted to write books that were entertaining and uplifting, but not, but that shared a message that could help them, hopefully make them think. And I have found that despite the fact that it's geared toward teens, it's really resonated with people of all ages, because those themes of choice versus free will, the whole the agency and choice versus destiny is what I'm trying to say. being able to direct your own life and being responsible for the choices that you make, and also the consequences of those choices. That was something I wanted to explore in The Healer. And then in my Paranormal Misfits series, I wanted to explore self-worth and loving yourself and accepting yourself. And I just felt like I had a lot of things to share. And granted, it's not like any literary greatness. It's not the next American novel or anything like that. But I feel like I have some important things to share. And for anybody who needs my brand of escapism, or is possibly on the same page as me, or has experienced the type of things that I have experienced, those things will resonate, I feel. And so it was important for me to write them. And I wasn't really looking to publish on my own. I traditionally published first. And then I found that I loved indie publishing, and I loved everything that went with it. And so now it's become a passion. It's more than a hobby. It's more than a career. It's fulfillment. It's my life, and it's what I love. So that's my story in a nutshell. I would love to know what yours is. I would love to know why you're writing. I would love to know what inspired it, how you got your book ideas, where you want to take it, where you want to go with it. So if you would write and comment about that, whether you feel like it's important or not, like, it doesn't matter. I would love to know why you're taking this author journey now, and where you hope it will lead you, and maybe how I can help you, because it's super important to me that you achieve everything that you want to achieve in your writing and in your publishing and in whatever goals you make, or wherever you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now with this. So please comment, let me know. I'd really love to get to know you on that level. So that is all for now. That's getting personal with me, a little personal, a little history. And I will talk to you guys next time, all right? Thanks.